Hello, it's Jang here with a quick look at the new LEGO Creator 3-in-1 Desert Racers set. As it is a 3-in-1 set, I will be showing you all three builds in this one video. This is the first one. It's kind of a truck or a SUV sort of setup. I think the general idea here is that you're kind of going after the Dakar rally truck raid class kind of setup. You know, so they do trucks and mostly SUVs. I think that's what they're trying to go for here. Although I could easily see this as being not a race vehicle and just a recreational vehicle that's set up for, you know, good survivability on some long trips. As a matter of fact, I think it looks more like a non-race vehicle and more just like a nice, well set up 4x4 just truck in general. I think it looks really good from most angles. From the sides, looking at the seats there, that's a little bit weird. I wish those seats had been sat down a little bit farther just so they weren't sticking up like that, but I think I'm not sure exactly what they were trying to go for there. If they're trying to make it look like the thing has its doors off, but then looking at the height of the red here on the side, probably not. I don't know. I think those just could have been pushed down a little bit farther, but beyond that, I think it looks pretty good. Got a little rack up on the top, light bar, nice hood set up with the venting there, and extra room for engine components underneath, and that's supposed to represent where a spare tire would be. And this probably could just be an antenna for visibility, you know, a flagpole, or you could see it as being part of a tool system. And then this also would be just a little accessory, probably a fire extinguisher, something like that, or something for pumping up air. You know, yeah, you can kind of use your imagination on that if you want to. Let's check out the next build. Well, look at that. That definitely looks more race inspired. A little desert racing buggy. Once again, I think that the low point here is the treatment of the seats, or seat. I guess it's maybe it's supposed to be a 4-seater. I can kind of see that from the side. But yeah, it's just a little bit funky. But I like what they did with the roll cage across the top, and the overall shaping of the whole thing is pretty good. Nice rake towards the front. You know, the whole thing is raised up in the back. Once again, with the spare tire kind of represented on the back there. They use the window pieces. You know, the transparent black piece right there on each side, mostly for color. It's not really intended to be transparent, I don't think. It's supposed to just represent a dark area that would have some texture in it, maybe some holes through you know, roll cage or something like that. So I think that's actually a pretty decent representation of what they're trying to go for. I appreciate the lights on the front. The lights on the top kind of lean down quite a bit, but it's not bad. I think that this one, I actually think that this looks more appropriate to the theme that they're going for with this set than the first one. Well, this is a quad ATV, and this one is actually fully minifig scaled, although the person does have to sit just a little bit high there. Minifig is not included, of course, but it does perfectly work well scale-wise. That's pretty cool if you want to use it with minifigs. I actually feel like this one is the least race-inspired out of the three builds, because it with the fenders like that, it looks more like a utility quad, you know, something that would be used on a farm or some sort of large estate and be used to ferry tools around and workers and such. You know, but I think that's perfectly fine. I think the thing looks good, and it's definitely very useful being able to use it with a figure. But that's it. There's not a whole lot to see or to talk about with this one. I think it pretty much explains itself. I do appreciate what they finally did with the bracket pieces in tan. I think they look best on this one. I think it definitely makes sense this way, having kind of like little racks on the sides almost. Let me know which of these three builds is your favorite by leaving a comment on the video if you would like to. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to have a chance to talk to you again very soon in the next video.